Visit astlessons.com for lyrics and chords, sheet music, tablatures, useful links, and much more.
Hi there! So this is Robert from AST Lessons, and for this video I'm gonna show two arrangements how to play Try with Colbie Caillat. So I will firstly show the finger picking in part 3 to 5. Then in part 6 to 8 I'll show the strumming for the choruses. And lastly, from part 9 I will show an easy version if you'd rather play that. So for these parts we have some odd shapes, but to keep it simple I'm using the same chord names as for the choruses. And first off is an A minor with ring finger for fret A string and little finger for fret G string. And for F we add index finger, first fret E string. And after that, for C, we go back again to the first shape. And lastly, we have a normal G. And as for the plucking or finger picking, it's really 4 patterns that's played 4 times on each. So for A minor, we play this pattern, E string, A string, G string, A string. So one round is like this. And for fingering, I use the thumb on the top 2 strings, index finger, E string, and middle finger, A string. Then on F, same thing. After that, for C, we go C string, A string, G string, A string. So one round. And lastly, on G, we go C string, E string, C string, and A string. Now what I struggle with is firstly to get the speed up, and for that I recommend using a metronome. So start slowly and get the fingering down, and then gradually increase the tempo. Personally, I always do it either 5 or 10 BPM at a time. And for this song I started out using 1 click per note, and then later on changed to 2 notes. And then for the change between C and G, I found it easier to not change chord as a chord per se. So what I do is to add index finger on this beat, and at the same time release these two. So slowly, like this. And then I place ring finger and middle finger by themselves when it's time to play them. And also between G and A minor, if I'm going to strumming, I use the last pluck to change chord. out if I'm playing another round of plucking. I do like this. So in the courses, I just play regular chords, and the shapes and fingering that I use looks like this. A minor, an F, a C, and G. And for the strumming, I've written down two patterns that's used a lot. Number one sounds like this. And slowly. And number two. And slowly. Then for more variation, you can also mix them up. So for example, on number one, skip this strum. So we now end like number two, with pause, up, down, up. And also, if you're struggling to get the patterns down, I've also written them in practice form, which is constant counting. So firstly, if you want easier plucking, you can play normal chords and apply this pattern to all four. So C string, A string, E string, and A string. So one round is like this. Once again. So on A minor, you don't have to hold the G string. And same on F. Then from C to G can be a bit tricky. So you can either release on the last pluck, or you can play a G sus4 instead of G. So from C, adding middle finger, 3rd fret E string, and index finger, 2nd fret C string. So it's like this. And all together it can sound like this. And then for the strumming, you can try these two. And for each chord, you play them twice. So number 1. And slowly. And number 2 with an added up strum in the end. And slowly. So that was all, but if you need more help or have questions, then just leave a comment.